So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, every single week we bring you the latest in news in the pet world, and Dr. Mike's got his own over here. So what's up with this? Give it to me, Richmond.
Wow, infotainment.
Dr. Mike, it's your news time.
Thank you. These are a couple of interesting news stories. A U.S. man accused of operating on his own dog to remove a cyst says he couldn't afford a vet.
Well, times are tough in the States.
Yes.
They're tough. They're tough.
So a man who says he couldn't afford medical care for his dog has been charged with illegally operating on the pet. Alan McCarty, I guess that's his name, recently removed a cyst from the leg of his 14-year-old dog, making the assumption that was not under anesthetic. The dog was operated on, again, by professionals to deal with an infection from the first surgery.
Oh, boy.
Now, the veterinarian, who's got a very interesting name, E.J. Finocchio.
Finocchio!
He's the president of the Rhode Island Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals, calls the surgery a heinous crime. Court records show McCarty pleaded no contest last week to misdemeanor charges of animal cruelty and unauthorized practice of veterinary medicine. Wow. He told the television station, which reported on the surgery, that he didn't think there was animal cruelty about what he had done. Anything cruel about what he had done, sorry. So anyway, that's interesting. What do you think about that?
I think the guy should be taken out in the barn like Lassie, what we did with it.
Yeah.
Well, what an idiot.
Now, here's another interesting story. This one is, you sort of wonder what the IQ of this gentleman was, and yet he was a doctor. Pet owner killed by dogs after saving them from death. Here's a good one. A Slovenian man who saved his 3 dogs from putting down for attacking humans was himself mauled to death by them, police said Wednesday. 3 dogs bit their 52-year-old owner to death. 4 years ago, apparently, these 3 bull mastiffs attacked and seriously injured a passerby outside the owner's house. They spent years in custody pending legal hearings. Now, I can't imagine that years in custody were going to make them any better. But when one of them attacked a dog handler, authorities ordered them to be put down. Their owner, a doctor, succeeded last June in his legal appeals to get the dogs back, sparking a national controversy. After his death, an opposition party said the agriculture minister should resign for failing to stop the dogs from being released. The dogs attacked the man in his garden Tuesday, killing him before the police arrived. Of course, all 3 dogs were put down following the attack. That's just nuts.
Wow.
I guess this guy who owned the dogs figured he had control over them. Obviously, he didn't.
Well, it's like Siegfried and Roy. Went, hey, come here, tiger. It's cuddle time. That's exactly what happened with those guys. You think you have control, and you don't.
Anyway,
I have
so those
no
are 2
idea.
interesting stories. Kind of scary, but...